Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is Nico Santana, Latin, urban, and hip-hop artist. I'm a Colombian American as well. And welcome to the channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Today, I'm going to talk about how to get your lyrics synced on Apple Music using Distrokid services. Before I get into that, shouts out to Distrokid for sponsoring this video. Distrokid is an online distribution channel or platform that allows you to distribute your music digitally to over 150 digital music outlets. It makes somebody like myself, an independent artist, be able to be fully in control of their music through using this particular service and distributing your own music without having to go through necessarily a label. So make sure to check them out. I have a 7% discount link in the description below that you could take advantage of. Yearly plans start at only $19.99 a year, which is amazing because you get to keep 100% of your royalties. You get to upload as much music as you want. And then of course, the price is already low to begin with. So if you want it even lower, go ahead and use that discount in the description below. Consider using them. I've been using them for years. So even if they didn't sponsor this video, and I've been actually shouting them out in my descriptions for other videos. So make sure to check them out. First off, a couple housekeeping things here. I'm actually back on the IG, Instagram. You can find me on Instagram at nicosantana.co. I used to have an old Instagram, Nico Santana Official. I took that one down alongside my Facebook fan page for a couple reasons, and I'll get into that in a different video. But if you want to go ahead and join me on this journey on those platforms, go ahead and consider following me on Instagram and on Facebook. I've also been testing a lot of Google and YouTube ads, so it's pretty cool to see the channel slowly growing through not only regular posting, but being able to target different people through ads. So if you're interested in marketing stuff like that, if you're interested in getting to know a little bit more about audio recording or just being a DIY or independent artist, consider subscribing, but also consider joining me on my Patreon community, patreon.com/Nico Santana, where I will have an opportunity to engage you guys and be a little bit more in depth with some of this information that I just don't want to put on here too much, because I want to make sure that I post my music and music videos, lyric videos, and keep it, more for the music rather than for the content creators. And of course, I'll hop on here every now and again to make sure I make videos like this. Let's get into the actual video here. Now, the cool thing is Distrokid has had this service available, or this feature available, for quite a long time. So I'm going to show you guys what the end result is, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to actually do that. So I released a new album. It's like a mixtape really, but it's called El Colombiano. When I put out this album and I showed you guys how to do it in one of my previous videos, I wanted to go ahead and also sync my lyrics to it. So as I am clicking through the phone right now, and by the way, I caved in, got an Apple iPhone 11. I used to have the 8, so a huge screen here, so it's cool because it's perfect for reading lyrics. But right now you could see that I'm scrolling through what would be considered, I guess, plain text on one of the songs on here, The Nico Show. And I've gone ahead and had the opportunity to upload these lyrics through Distrokid service, so it's pretty cool. But the cool thing is, I'm gonna pause that song real quick. I'm gonna go to Drake and his latest single, 2C Slide, just because everybody knows that. You could see that the lyrics on here are already in sync with the audio, and it looks different already. So the cool thing is Distrokid has a feature that allows you to sync your lyrics, much like this, to the actual song. So how do you do it? Well, let's hop on the computer real quick and I'm gonna show you. Recently uploaded this EP for demonstration purposes. So if you clicked on synced lyrics, you'll notice that you actually have to submit plain lyrics first. So make sure you type out your lyrics. Go ahead and click on plain lyrics here. And in Distrokid, you can go ahead and add your lyrics. So I've already copied mine. I'm going to go ahead and paste it. Now there's a couple of instructions you want to go ahead and follow. Do not include the vocalist's name. Do not include extra text, intro, chorus, social media links, etc. Repeated lines must be written out. Don't write chorus 2 times. Begin each line with a capital letter. So let me just make sure I have that there. Just correcting some parts here. All right, so just correcting a few parts here. Avoid entering long lines, 1 sentence per line. Don't censor explicit words unless the words are dropped, bleeped in the audio recording. For a complete list of store requirements, visit Music Match Guidelines or Apple Guidelines.
Alright, so I'm pretty confident that this is an agree to the terms. I always like to click this stuff. Please understand that you must own or otherwise have the legal right to reproduce and distribute the lyrics, 100% of the lyrics. I will go ahead and say I have read and agree to the terms. So save lyrics. Alright, good enough. Please allow 1 week for lyrics to go live. Plain lyrics still processing, so I'm gonna go ahead and wait until that processes. I'll add lyrics for the rest of these songs here, and then once that gets done and the plain lyrics get approved, I will then go ahead and move forward with syncing my lyrics on Distrokid. Eventually. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and check back in. I've gone ahead and input the plain lyrics in. So now what we wanna do is we wanna go ahead and click synced lyrics. So the cool thing is you can go ahead and sync the lyrics to the actual audio, right? So when you hear the beginning of a line, release your spacebar when the lyric is finished. Hold your spacebar down when you hear the beginning of a line, release your spacebar when the lyric is finished. Delete if you mess up, or click here to reset. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and play the song.
Time to take you sinners to church. Nico, it's mine.
Let's go ahead and do it.
Let's go. I've been chasing all these dreams. I got my family, my team, yeah. It ain't all about the cream. You know I'll be going for these wins, yeah. I've been about it. I know they doubt it,
One eternity later.
Yeah.
All right, there you have it. So I saved the timed lyrics. It says, please allow around 1 week for your sync lyrics to go live. So I'm gonna go ahead and click done. Syncing lyrics for now. When I click back on here, it says sync lyrics is in. So now I get an opportunity to put in the plain lyrics for all these songs, and then I'll have to sync my lyrics in when I'm done.
All right, so pretty simple process. I would consider this every time that you write your lyrics, go ahead and keep a different document, save it somewhere, and then make sure that everything is spelled accordingly, or at least how you want it to appear. Go ahead and copy and paste that to the actual upload, again, using the same steps that I showed you here earlier in the video, and then make sure that you're syncing it accordingly. I would personally do this for every single song moving forward. You don't have to do it, for any previous releases, but at least moving forward for a couple reasons. Number one, if you do have an opportunity to perform, somebody like myself who performs every now and again, maybe once every 3 months, once every 2 months, you're not super polished with your lyrics, and perhaps you may not really listen to your music as much as Kanye West listens to his own music. I'm kidding, by the way. But having the lyrics there at your disposal, where you're not having to refer back to an old document, or maybe you have it on your laptop, you don't have it on your phone, or you can access the music through your phone, and you can review the music yourself there and kind of just rap or sing along with it. So now, again, it's another opportunity for you to rehearse. So that's one neat aspect, and one thing that people may not necessarily consider when watching this video. The second, and obviously the most obvious reason for doing this, is because you get an opportunity to engage with their fan base on a different level. You get to show them your actual lyrics, and some people are more so about the beat. I would say a majority of people just kind of like listen to music because it makes them feel some type of way because of the melody and the beat. And I've recognized that after years of trying to craft my lyrics in a certain way where it's very profound, or perhaps even a little bit more in-depth and intricate than the audience actually, takes the time to appreciate. And that's fine. But the cool thing is, with this feature on Distrokid, you actually get to showcase what you're writing about, and you get to showcase something as important as your lyrics. So hopefully you guys found this helpful. Again, consider joining Distrokid today using the 7% discount link that I have in the description below. Again, shouts out to them for sponsoring this video. I have a whole series called the DIY Artist Series. So if you're somebody like myself, an independent artist that wants to get to know the basics of being an independent artist, to record music, to record videos, to market it, to make sure that you look as professional and as polished as possible without necessarily having a team around you, and then make sure to subscribe, and again, join my Patreon community for more in-depth information, more in-depth conversations. Make sure to check out the latest project, El Colombiano, available now on all streaming platforms. And thank you to Distrokid for allowing me to distribute through them. Again, go ahead and follow me on IG. And I also recommend you guys watch the last video that I put up. It was an interview by Eric Jackson and myself. Eric Jackson being a Full Sail course director, and he talks about his journey from being an independent artist to actually getting signed. And pretty soon I'm gonna put part 2 up, where he actually talks about leaving that record label and eventually founding his own label, and where he is in his journey with his music as what I would consider a professional musician today. So again, thanks for tuning in. Much love. Leave a legacy. Nico Santana. Peace.